we're going to be looking at 10 different free games that you can download now onto your Switch that will not cost you anything to play and enjoy. Almost all of these games include in-game purchases, but opening your wallet is not required to experience them. These games are listed in alphabetical order, and I tried to be as diverse as possible and make sure each game is from a different genre to satisfy a broad array of playtypes. As well, something to note, the 10 games I go through can be enjoyed without the need of a Nintendo Online subscription. So, if you're a brand new Switch owner, or are looking to play something while waiting for that next big release, look no further.
Starting with Asphalt 9 Legends. I have not played any of the Asphalt 1 through 8 games, and my racing game experience is generally kart-based. But, looking into Asphalt 9, I feel like it's a pretty comprehensive free-to-play game. If nothing else, the content is staggering, as there are over 1,500 races in the career mode to get through. Note that this game is arcadey like Burnout, rather than a simulation like Forza or Gran Turismo. Overall, I've really enjoyed playing. There are currently 7 optional packs available to purchase for real money that give you blueprints for cars and in-game currency. These packs range from $21 to $40 Canadian. As you progress in the game, you will still unlock more cars and game modes, but like many of the games I have here on this list, you can certainly hop in and enjoy the game in the early going without feeling the pressure to pay for anything before knowing if you're truly into it. Brawlhalla is a 4-player, 2D fighting game, effectively a Super Smash clone. Brawlhalla is more of a basic fighter than the one it attempts to emulate. You start with 8 fighters, and you can unlock other legends by purchasing them with in-game currency, or you can buy premium currency with real money and purchase crossover characters from different franchises like WWE, Shovel Knight, and Adventure Time. Also with actual money, you can buy a Fighter's Pass that allows you to unlock timed exclusive items as you level up. Fighting games are not necessarily my forte either, but Brawlhalla is alright. I will never play this game enough to make purchasing a Fighter's Pass or the premium currency worth it, but as free-to-play fighting games go, you will certainly be able to get hours of enjoyment out of Brawlhalla. One last thing to note, I found the online in Brawlhalla to actually be more consistent than Smash Ultimate. Nintendo should probably take note. The first of 2 Bethesda games on this list, Elder Scrolls Blades, released this past March and was unable to hold my attention for too long. I am unfamiliar with the lore in the Elder Scrolls series, and in saying that, I'm unable to determine whether that would have increased my enjoyment for the game or not, as I might have been able to overlook the unfortunate flaws in the early going. This includes things like input lag and boring visuals. I know it's a mobile game, but the game does not look good. There does seem to be a fair amount of content to explore, and you can use motion controls when playing on Switch, but I will not be sticking around to take part. Eternal is a free-to-play card game that has you building your deck to take on others online. In my short time with the game, I've played through the tutorial levels, and for someone who's not overly familiar with card games like this, it did get a bit overwhelming for me in the early going. But it seems like there's some extensive strategy to be had, especially when playing against others online. I'm not a huge RPG fan, and I've tried giving past Fallout games a chance, but never really got that far into them. So know that my Fallout knowledge is severely lacking when it comes to Fallout Shelter. That being said, I have really enjoyed the time I've spent playing this game. In fact, it's the only game on this list that I started and continued to play on a daily basis. Similar to other free-to-play games, Fallout Shelter has you building your Fallout shelter and effectively waiting for resources to become available for you to click on. As more residents fill your shelter, you gain access to new rooms to build, the most significant of which in the early goings is the Overseer Tower, that actually allows you to take your dwellers on quests into the wasteland, allowing you to explore and obtain resources as well as rare items. I expect to continue playing this game until I inevitably hit that free-to-play barrier and cannot progress without spending actual money. Time will tell whether I pay to get over that barrier. Arguably the most popular game on this list, Fortnite continues to be the cultural phenomenon that exploded onto the scene in 2017. Although not as popular as it was during its peak, the game is still incredibly popular and does not appear to be going away anytime soon. I will note this is the only shooter on the list. There are several other free-to-play shooters on Switch. Apex Legends is also on its way. So, for the sake of one game per genre, I've chosen Fortnite. Fortnite is a really fun shooter. It's pretty easy to hop into and enjoy yourself. For those unfamiliar, Fortnite is a battle royale style game that has up to 100 people battling to be the last one standing. everyone is dropped out of the battle bus and eventually land on the map where you need to collect weapons and resources in an effort to be that last one standing. An encroaching storm closes in on players and shrinks the map as time goes by, whereby you effectively are brought together at the end for some sweaty palm action to see who gets that victory royale as the winner. One of the things I found most challenging with Fortnite is the building. I do not focus on doing it, and to get really good, incorporating building into your game is key if you want continued success. You can play the standard modes in Fortnite free of charge, but you can also choose to change your look by purchasing cosmetic items or by buying a battle pass that has timed exclusive items that are unlocked as you level up. Releasing in June 2020, and remaining as a free download through September 30th, 2020, according to Nintendo's website, a game published by Nintendo, Jump Rope Challenge, is a simple game that has you virtually jumping rope while holding two Joy-Cons. The game challenges you to hit 100 jumps per day, and I honestly don't know how you do not drive your neighbors mad if you live in an apartment, or anyone in your house that you live with for that matter. Jumping 100 times a day in my house over an extended period of time might actually cause the foundation to weaken. As basic as this game is, Nintendo actually added costumes for your bunny avatar from some of their most popular franchises. So it's nice to see that the game has already seen some additional support. One last thing to note though, the game is not compatible with the Nintendo Switch Lite. Another June 2020 release, Ninjala is a free-to-play online brawler that I would describe the look to be a blend of Splatoon and Fortnite. The strangest thing I encountered while playing this game was the terms of service that you need to agree to in order to play. It was like I was signing my life away in order to play the game. Reading the terms of service, watching videos, and waiting for the lobby took about 20 minutes for me to actually get into my first battle. When finally getting into that action, the combat's not overly challenging, I found it to be a bit of a button masher, but it was also kind of fun. The official Ninjala Twitter announced 3 million downloads so far, so this game might have some legs. An 8-player online bubblegum brawler isn't a beloved genre of mine, but the game seems quite polished, and I enjoyed my time with it. Again, like other games on this list, there are numerous cosmetic items that you can choose to spend money on, but does not affect the free-to-play nature of the game. The third game on this list that was released in June 2020, Pokemon Cafe Mix, is a puzzle game that has you clearing the screen by dragging your finger and connecting the same Pokemon icons on the board to make recipes for the Pokemon that visit your cafe. I recently reviewed this game, check the eye if you want to take a look, and gave it a recommended from me label. And since then, there have been several more levels added to the game. Hopefully this support continues. I do, however, prefer playing more on mobile than Switch, but this is a video on free Switch games. Last game on this list is Pokemon Quest. Pokemon Quest has been out for a couple years now and is a block-style action-adventure game. Pokemon Quest is very grindy, as you go through expeditions to gather resources that you then use to cook dishes to attract Pokemon to your camp. You choose 3 Pokemon to complete expeditions as you move along. Levels will have progressively stronger Pokemon to defeat, which means you will need to level up your Pokemon and use Power Stones to be successful. The Power Stones you come across have differing effects on your Pokemon, and you will need to manage your team with complementary attacks and effects, as outmuscling your opponents works in the early going, but won't work for you forever. Pokemon Quest works as a typical free-to-play game, where you start with 5 lives and are replenished on a 1 per 30-minute basis. That is my list of 10 free games on Switch that do not require a Nintendo Online subscription to play. However, there is one more game that is soon to be free to play. Or depending on when you are watching this video, is free to play now. And it's a game I've put hundreds of hours into and am embarrassingly only average at. Rocket League. Psyonix has announced that Rocket League will become free to play at some point during summer 2020, which does not really come as a surprise as the game has changed over the past 2 years, signaling that this change would eventually come. Right now, Rocket League does require a Nintendo Online subscription to play, but this may change when it goes free to play, which is why it's a bonus entry on this list. Similar to Brawlhalla, Fortnite, and Ninjala, Rocket League introduced a Seasons Pass in November 2018 that provides timed exclusive items as you level up throughout the season, and more recently transitioned the keys that you would use to unlock in-game items to their own in-game currency. If you haven't played Rocket League before, I highly recommend it when it becomes free to play. There are several game modes that you can play either competitively or casually, ranging from the regular Monster Truck Soccer, or Soccer, to Hoops and Snow Day, which are basketball and hockey variants, to Rumble, where you receive differing power-ups that create even more chaos while trying to score. There are other game modes in Rocket League, and it has an exceptionally large esports presence. Can you tell I really like this game, although I'm just okay at it? So there you have it. 10 plus 1 games that you can have in your Switch collection right now that won't cost you anything, other than signing your life away through mile-long terms of services. These mile-long terms of services, though, are effectively the result of using the online services of the game publisher and not through Nintendo Switch Online. Note that there are many more games than these that you can get for free on your Switch. More even if you have a Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Let me know your thoughts on the games included in the list and how many of them you have tried or are excited to try out. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. Before you leave, make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe if you're new here. I'll see you in my next video.